J.D. Vance is a shapeshifter and a shifty guy. He understood that his default meanness wouldn't play against Tim Walz's sunny disposition. When Tim fell for it and started nodding and smiling at J.D.'s fake bipartisanship, I moaned to Doug, "What is happening?" I told the television screen, "You're not there to make friends with the guy who is attacking your running mate."
Who you helped pick. Here to react, Stephen Miller, White House Deputy Chief of Staff. Stephen, you know, we always have you on for these really serious issues, but you had to endure these 107 days along with all of us out there in the regular world. But what kind of a judge of people is she? She's trashing her former VP and pretty much anyone else who got in her way.
Yes, well, I think the most important point is that Kamala's biggest advantage as a candidate was the fact that she was put late into the race, because it allowed the media to build this huge psyop to portray her as being bright and intelligent and gifted and talented. Time was her enemy. If she'd been running for 1,000 days, she would have finished at 10%. President Trump had to demolish her in 100 days, which took extraordinary skill to do. But let's also not forget, she was the vice president for 4 years. She wasn't some random lady off the street. She'd been running for the presidency as the vice president for the whole entire campaign. America knew her. And when they got to know her better, of course, because of President Trump's skills as a campaigner, she collapsed.
But, Stephen, I think you're really selling her short, because there are moments when the eloquence is almost too much to take. Watch.
I will confess to you, this might be a book of confessions in this interview. I will confess to you, I do not have all the answers, Joy.
Yeah.
I mean, part of my reflection is that I don't have all the answers, especially now.
Stephen, that should have been on a bumper sticker. I don't have any answers.
Yeah, it's not really possible to decipher what her meaning is. But it just goes to the fact the Democratic Party isn't about candidates or individuals. It's a machine, right? Joe Biden is a void. He is an empty vessel. Kamala Harris is a void. She is an empty vessel. Chuck Schumer is a void. He is an empty vessel. The Democrat Party is an organization. It is a structure that delivers the exact same policies no matter who is in charge. Open borders, violent crime, domestic terrorism, high taxes, socialism, and unilateral economic surrender around the globe. That's what the Democratic Party is. And they choose nominees like Biden and like Harris. By the way, President Trump's the first candidate in history to beat 2 general election candidates in one race, because they know that if they get elected, the donors will control them, the media will control them, the special interests will control them, the bureaucracy will control them.
Stephen, I want to move on to this news that the DOJ is considering indicting former FBI Director James Comey for allegedly lying to Congress. Your reaction tonight?
Well, I don't have any news to make on that subject or question, but I'm always happy to talk about disgraced former FBI Director James Comey, who, of course, is corrupt, who, of course, has been engaged in vast amounts of illicit and unlawful conduct, who, of course, was at the center of the Russiagate attack and assault on American democracy. There are so many people, Comey, Clapper, Brennan, Monaco, all across the government under previous administrations who have worked tirelessly to try to dismantle our democracy. And it has to lead somewhere to accountability.
Got to be accountability. And in 20 seconds, this government shutdown, is it going to happen, or is this going to get averted?
Well, the Democrats are demanding free health care for illegal aliens. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries have been clear. They will not fund law enforcement. They will not fund the military. They will not fund public safety. They will not fund the operations of the federal government that your tax dollars pay for unless they get free health care for illegal aliens. That is the biggest losing message and the biggest losing argument in American history. We will see if there's enough Democrat senators who are dumb enough to follow Chuck Schumer off the edge of that cliff.
All right, Stephen, thanks for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.